Rishi Sunak's spokesperson has now urged people here in the UK to get behind the Princess of Wales as she recovers, and the ICO has launched a probe into the alleged unauthorised access of London clinic records by three individuals. Three people are now under investigation for this break-in, and the Prime Minister's official spokesperson has made the call to the country as it's emerged that this activity has taken place in the clinic. But I think the 10 Downing Street is a little bit behind the times here, and it should have been on the ball and calling for support much earlier. The Information Commissioner's Office, the ICO, says it's investigating this claims that a worker, or rather workers, have been involved in trying to access the Princess of Wales records. But meanwhile, the Prince of Wales is getting on with business as usual. He's been in the Welsh Guards barracks in Windsor, and he serves as Colonel-in-Chief. And all this while speculation continues about his wife's health. As Colonel Welsh Guards, it's always a pleasure visiting the barracks to speak with the soldiers, hear plans for their future, and witness the great work that the battalion does with physical and mental rehabilitation. Absolutely. Rehabilitation and getting back to normal. That's what the call of the day has to be. And at the start of that process must be the Princess of Wales, as well as we as the King demonstrated, ill health can be as much a message of goodwill in the royal family to the rest of us, as indeed good health. Everything can be a form of education, and the time it takes to recover from an operation can be significant. And the assumption that you're up and you're back on your feet within minutes of coming out of surgery, it depends where the surgery is, it depends what the surgery is, it depends who the patient is. And there are so many variables. The assumption that everything automatically gets back to normal is thoughtless and unkind. And I'm certainly very much aware of that. I had a very difficult appendicitis recovery because of stupidity by the surgeons in Oxford, who didn't pay attention to the information that I gave them, and delayed and did their own investigation until my appendix burst. I had peritonitis, and recovery was extraordinarily lengthy. But at the same time, I was doing some work for a company in Oxford, and they'd taken on some new management staff who were simply abusive, and had me running up and down stairs, I think four flights of stairs at one point, when I made very clear that I was literally a week or 2 weeks out of hospital, and I was in considerable pain. I think they simply thought I was being difficult, but there we are. I wish the Princess of Wales all the very best. And I think the obsession about filters and AI and Photoshop, in the end, all photography is a form of art, and therefore it's artificial. And whether you're actively using a filter, whether you're actively using Photoshop or pressing a button and engaging some sort of AI interaction, frankly, it's all artificial. And we simply have to have to work out which artifice is acceptable and which artifice is not. But I think, frankly, I'm afraid that argument is a fallacious one. That argument, we're drawing a false red line. All art and all photography is artificial.